Jonathan, look at you. So you showered today. Give me your quarantine routine.
Definitely I'm a routine type of guy. And so I've been enjoying sleeping in until like 8:30, 9 o'clock every morning, because usually I'm on construction sites by like 6:30 a.m. So this is a dream. I've been practicing piano. So I decided during quarantine, I'm going to learn piano once and for all. So I set up a piano. I've been doing that every day. And then I actually have been self-isolated with the best person on the planet, because not only is Zoe the most amazing, she also plays every instrument you can imagine, and she's very musical. And she cut and dyed my hair for you guys. So that's
Whoa,
like
whoa,
better than most
whoa.
of the salons I've gone to.
So you got a haircut. I heard she's an incredible cook, and you got a two-man band there.
She was playing piano last night, and we were singing along, and there's spontaneous music constantly in this place.
Wait, is it true? Did y'all meet on that Carpool Karaoke? Was that the first time?
Yeah, how cool is that? The first time we ever met was caught on tape, and so I guess a big thanks to James Corden, because yeah, it was because of that show that we met, and it was instant chemistry.
You knew immediately she was the one?
Oh my gosh, it was unbelievable. And the funny thing is, like I had never seen her TV show, and I've seen many of her movies and love her movies, but we just started chatting and laughing, and we have a strange amount in common. And it was great.
Like what?
Since
What do you have in common?
everything from her equestrian background, I've been riding my whole life. We both went to college for a short period of time, and then we decided to jump into the real world and actually just make a mark for ourselves. Strange things too, like some of our music tastes, love 70s. Some of our food tastes. And so it's impressive when you have this many things in common. They say opposites attract, and I do believe that, that you can definitely have your contrasting opinions on things, but damn, it's so much easier when things are all aligned.
I feel like on our show, every time you come on, you're such an eligible bachelor. We were always trying to set you up with somebody fabulous. And I feel like you met your match. We're so happy for you.
You guys were shamelessly trying to pimp me out every time I was on the show, but no, it's pretty special. Somebody said to me, I was doing an interview yesterday, and someone said that the coronavirus and self-isolating is going to all of a sudden, make you change your priorities and want to spend more time at home. And I said, I got to be honest, it's falling madly in love with somebody that does that. It has nothing to do with the COVID situation.
Did Drew know immediately that you were smitten? Did you have that twin thing going? Could he see you fall in love?
Apparently Drew and Linda both knew, because they were like, oh gosh, he likes her a lot. And like at Carpool Karaoke. And I thought I was playing it so cool. I thought I was just chill. And, it was funny because the producers of Carpool said that they had to edit out all of my hitting on her or all of my flirting because it was just so bad. So when you watch the episode of Carpool Karaoke, it looks like she's flirting with me way more than I'm flirting with her, but it was a very mutual situation.
Well done, editing. We know what went down on that. Okay, you up for a little quarantine confessions?
I think this is perfect.
I mean, Jonathan, you're gonna love this. Okay, settle in. Here we go. Who has gained more weight during quarantine, you or Drew?
I would say Drew. Even though he does actually work out quite a bit, he eats a heck of a lot more, but I've actually been eating healthier because Zoe has been making everything from scratch. And so we know exactly what's going into my body.
She's so perfect. I'm telling you, you better marry this girl. Okay, Jonathan, this is the one. Okay. We've been friends for about a decade now. This is it.
I've definitely never felt like the way I feel with her, with anyone in my life.
I mean, I know we're doing this interview, but honestly, I'm so excited for you. In fact, you met her you'd left one of our shows, you were on live with us, and I feel like you met her that weekend or something. Because I remember I read it and I was like, oh my God, we just had him on. And we were all, of course, all the girls in the office were like, yes, he got a good one. We're so
well, maybe I left your offices on cloud 9 and I was so excited that emanated out there and, attracted her. Who knows?
We are part of it. I'd like to be there for the nuptials. Okay. I'm a great wedding guest, by the way. I'll mingle with all your family. I'll hit the dance floor. I make sure Uncle Tom's having fun. Like, I'm your girl.
All right. Good to know. I'll put the flower girl thing in the back of my mind.
Okay, here we go. Last show you binged.
Fleabag. It was.
Did you love it? Is she incredible?
She is the best. We like talk about dysfunctional, but so good, so entertaining. Granted, I did also watch the Tiger King series. That was this is real life.
I had to tap out almost at the end of Tiger King. At the end, it gets so weird and like, I don't know.
And apparently that's not even a fraction of how weird it gets.
Would you ever get a tattoo like Joe's first husband that said Jonathan's territory? What did he get tattooed in his pelvic area? Do you remember he showed it? It says Joe's property or something.
You know, there's something wrong when you need to mark on your body an owned by tag. That's just, yeah, no. I like to think, I don't want to ruin my perfect 8-pack with any kind of tattoo. I'm not pulling it out. I'm not going to show you.
Last text you sent to Drew.
Let's take a look.
Let's take a look.
The last text I sent to Drew. Can you handle the response on the animated series? I'm in back-to-back interviews and then I have to run. Yeah, no. So that's
Wait, pull back up the phone. What's your screensaver?
I don't think I have a screensaver. It just goes to black.
You have Zooey on there? We got to up this game, Jonathan.
She's the screensaver in my heart.
Last text you sent to Brad.
Nope. Yeah.
First place you'll go when all of this quarantine is over.
I think to see mom and dad. So when just as things started to get a bit hairy, we flew mom and dad back to Canada and just got them nestled at home, and they've been self-isolating themselves. So we've been connecting regularly for FaceTime dinners and stuff like that. But I think the very first thing is I want to, get out there and give them a big hug.
Do you miss hugging Drew too? Y'all don't get to see each other.
Drew's he smells your hair when he hugs you. So it's just, I'm okay. That's fine. But I'm getting all the hug here. And then, Drew and Linda have been doing Zoom game nights. So they've got this whole like software thing set up so we can have like 20 of our friends on and play board games via Zoom. So it's great.
That's awesome. One thing you've learned about Zooey that you didn't know before during this quarantine.
One thing I learned.
I already know. She can do your hair. Good Lord.
I did learn that she can literally do anything. Anything that I've, put to her, she's accomplished. So she was very nervous with the haircut. Like you tell me like that.
It looks tight. It looks good.
Right? It looks good. And a hell of a lot cheaper than, what I normally have to pay. So yeah. No, I think
MacGyver. She can do everything.
She's like Supergirl.
Last song you listened to.
The last song was Mika, Any Other World.
Ooh, I like that.
A very fitting song for the climate of everything that's going on right now. If you give it a listen and you listen to the lyrics, it's a beautiful song. It's from quite a while ago, but it's very fitting right now.
I'm going to do it. I'm totally into my music over here. Last romantic thing you did for Zooey.
I stuck a little note into her, purse, and, she didn't find it for a couple of days, but just a little note saying that, you're magic, and, the rest I'll leave to, secrecy.
Jonathan. We love that way more than gifts because it shows you're thinking about us.
May have also done it on a pink tissue paper cut out like a heart, just saying.
Your new show, Celebrity IOU. Congrats, by the way. Everybody's talking about this, Jonathan.
It's crazy. I would not be surprised if this breaks some record with HGTV. Celebrity IOU is exactly what people need right now. There's so much heart in this show. And it's been 5 years in the making. I remember actually 5 years ago, we were at the Emmys and Drew and I had been tossing around this idea of working with big celebrities to give back to somebody important in their life. And we bumped into Viola Davis and mentioned it. And she's like, I know immediately who it would be. I know who I want it to be. So I'm on board. Let me know. I'm in 100%. Her college roommate at Juilliard way back in the day, who was actually on a trajectory to have an even more successful acting career. She won the Juilliard Award and everything. When 9/11 happened, she all of a sudden had this sobering moment where she wanted to reassess her priorities in life. She wanted to be a mother, a good mother to her children. So she moved them away from the city to Milwaukee and wanted to have a real life, a real family life with space and room to breathe. And no sooner did she diagnosed with breast cancer, and she's now gone through a double mastectomy, and that whole time she's still giving back to her family and her community and being an amazing mother. So the stories are amazing. I mean, it's so nice to see these celebrities. They're so genuine and they're so giving, and big celebrities. We've got, you know, Rebel Wilson, Jeremy Renner, Brad Pitt, Michael Bublé, I mean, Melissa McCarthy, you name it. We've got all these amazing celebrities. So it's nice to see the human side of these folks and how they're giving back.
Let's talk about that no name you mentioned, Brad Pitt.
Who's this Brad Pitt everyone's talking about? He was amazing to work with. So he's obsessed with architecture and real estate. So he's really, really knowledgeable. And even in picking all of the, you know, the finishes and stuff like that. But he got right in there. All of the celebrities get right in there with demolition. What I loved with Brad when we first met, actually, and said, "Hey, it's Brad." And I was thinking, Brad, like my college buddy, Brad, who is it? I didn't realize it was Brad Pitt that was calling me. And I was like, oh, hey, yeah, we'd love to do the show. He's giving back to Jean, who's been his makeup artist for over 30 years. She's traveled all over the world. She's been through everything with him, thick and thin. But he was just the most genuine, down-to-earth guy. He loves Jean with all his heart. And even when he came onto set, he introduced himself, talked with everybody on set, and subsequently when he would come back, even for the reveal, weeks and weeks later, he remembered every single person's name from the production crew, the construction crew, and took a moment to make sure that everybody felt, you know, they had his attention. So he was just a true gentleman.
What was the story? There was something great in the episode with the makeup artist. By the way, I love that he's been with her for over 30 years, like you said. But give me the bun story. What's the deal with the tanning of the buns?
Oh my gosh, it was so funny. So they're like two like teenage kids when they're together. They're just, you know, poking fun at each other and laughing back and forth. And you can tell these are two people who've spent a lot of time together. And so she was saying, she's like, oh yeah, well, you know, all of the things you have to do as a makeup artist. I mean, I had to powder his butt. And we're like, whoa, wait, what? What's going on here? Even when we were taking, so it's like an ambush show, so she doesn't know that this stuff is going on. It's a surprise. She thought Brad was pranking her or something, but she had no idea that we were renovating her garage into a full makeup studio for her. And so as we're loading all the old compartments out, I'm like, so what is all this stuff, Brad? And Brad's like, oh, that one that's probably all butt makeup. And you know, that one over there is this and that. And we're like, wait, what? He's joking, but apparently she's had to do it.
Oh, it's so great. What I love too about, I hope all the other celebrities are like this, but Brad is really into this, right? Like, was he throwing around terms to you that showed he really knew what he was doing? Because he's very fascinated and interested in all this.
Yeah, he definitely was probably the most comfortable of any of the celebrities we've worked with so far. He really understands the terminology. He understands how color plays together and what's important for a space so that there's flow. So yeah, even when we worked with Michael Bublé, Michael was like, I'm terrible at this. I don't know anything. I don't know what I'm doing. But he got in there, and because they know the recipient so well, and they, you know, they have this heart and this passion for what they're doing, they actually are more helpful than they think. And he got right in there, and it was an adrenaline boost for, you know, him doing the demolition. But yeah, you'll see, like, every episode, I'm warning you now, you will cry, but you will also laugh. You will also have a fun time. And the stories are great. Michael Bublé, it was his grandfather's death that Michael do something to take care of his caretaker, because Michael's grandfather was actually the person who got Michael into music, physically sat him down, played crooner records for him, even because his grandfather was a plumber. Michael was too young to perform at the clubs in Vancouver, so his grandfather went and bartered with these club owners and said, I'll provide free plumbing services, I'll fix your bathrooms, whatever you need if you'll just give him a chance. And that's what got him into music. Well, fast forward, his grandfather's dying wish was that he take care of Manette, who was his live-in nurse for over a decade. And sure enough, Michael renovated this house and gave it to her so she never has to worry again about where to raise her family or how to take care of them.
These are my shows, right? Because I live for your makeover. So to see the celebrities involved and then the heartfelt stuff, you know how to pull on the heartstrings. I love this. What
It's beautiful, and I think you'll see the response. I mean, we launched the show with Brad Pitt. That's the premiere episode. We've got 6 episodes, and the thing is, we were originally only going to do it as a short run series. We have had so much interest from the world's biggest TV stars, movie actors, musicians, politicians, you name it. People who really want to show that they care
Who
about
else
somebody.
has reached out? Can you give us any names?
Zip.
Oh, come on, Jonathan. Well, I'm here for all of it.